Oprah just sold OWN. This has been reported by media outlets all around the world that Oprah Winfrey now is no longer the owner of OWN. She no longer owns OWN, if that makes any sense. So we're going to break this down. I'm going to talk about this deal, why this is a sad day for Oprah. This is a sad day for anybody that thought that OWN was some representation of Black excellence. No disrespect to Oprah, but it looks like she might have taken an L on this. We're going to break this down on the Black Financial Channel. So buckle up your seatbelt, hit the thumbs up button. We're going to get started right now. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. Welcome to the Black Financial Channel. That's theblackfinancialchannel.com. Hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. So Oprah Winfrey has sold the Oprah Winfrey Network to Discovery for a surprisingly low amount of money. I mean, shockingly low. This is according to thehill.com. Give me a yes or no in the chat. Give me a yes or no and let me know you can still hear me and everything. Say yes if you can hear me. I want to make sure my audio is clear. According to Bloomberg, it looks like Oprah has sold her final stake in OWN. Now Discovery owns 95% of the company. And she sold the company for 1.34 million shares of stock, which actually ends up being about $36 million. $36 million. I was stunned by this. This is a excuse me, a really small amount of money. Just a few years ago, she sold 25% of the company for 70 million. She sold a 25% stake for 70 million. And this is kind of a big deal because Oprah Winfrey and OWN are kind of connected in our heads. We sort of saw OWN as a successful network, and and we knew about the struggles. If you remember when Oprah made that deal with Discovery, I remember that even Oprah was somewhat nervous about it. She was leaving her TV show and she was going off to do her own thing, literally her own thing. Get it? And she said, "This is the hardest thing I've ever done." The original deal was, I remember them talking about numbers that were pretty big. What was it, babe? Like over like half a billion or something. They were talking about in the hundreds of millions. I remember the numbers were big, and I remember initially the Oprah Winfrey Network started off kind of flat. In the beginning, OWN could not get viewers. They were having a tough time getting people to subscribe to the network. And you're nodding. What?
Yeah, that's what I'm reading.
What are
Keep keep
what
going.
are you reading?
They had a hard time launching the network.
Oh, I thought you were going to give me the number. If you see a number, tell me what
I
any
saw
numbers you
100
see.
million.
Okay,
Discovery
so I'm
owns
looking for
50.
numbers here. I want to get some numbers so I can give you some specifics on, what the original deal was. But I remember it seemed like it was in the hundreds of millions of dollars, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna double check that. But the Oprah Winfrey Network was something that I thought was really going to take off in the beginning. I thought it was going to do really well, and it didn't. For some reason, it landed flat, and I guess maybe because they went a little bit too Lifetime with it, and there's already a Lifetime, and maybe they didn't duplicate what Lifetime does as well as Lifetime already does it, and they were losing money. And so when they were losing money, they did what a lot of networks do, which is they went to black people. So Oprah called up her friend Tyler Perry, and they started making lots of, you know, uh, very interesting black shows. I don't shows that I don't watch. To be honest with you, no disrespect to Tyler Perry, but I can't watch any of that stuff. This is not my thing. And it started working actually. Some of those shows became very popular and did extremely well. And so I thought that the Oprah Winfrey Network was taking off, but actually, according to Bloomberg, Discovery is basically folding the Oprah Winfrey Network into Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is going to be a streaming service. A lot of people are walking away from cable networks and moving towards streaming services, and that's put a lot of pressure on companies like Discovery. Also, Oprah's magazine, her heart, what's it called? I can't remember the.
Own.
It's not
No?
own. No, the magazine.
Oh,
Their old
old
magazine, yes,
magazine.
old magazine, and their staff. From what I understand, they're laying off a bunch of staffers, largely because print media has really struggled a lot. And during the pandemic, I imagine it's just tough on all the studios because people aren't as willing to pay for the expensive cable networks. They're moving to the streaming services, and then also you can't even shoot new content. You can't even get people in the studio to shoot things. So I'm not sure, but I'll read some of this to you. Hit the thumbs up button, please. Hit the thumbs up button. According to Bloomberg, it says the deal boosts Discovery's stake in OWN to 95%, according to a person with knowledge on the matter, an increase from more than 70% reported in 2017. So it looks like they're saying that Oprah sold another 25% for 36 million. So if you use that logic, then you would argue that the value of a 25% stake is 36 million, which would make the entire company 36 times 4, which would be 100 and what's that, 136 million. Did I do the math right? Tell me if I did the math right. Somebody pull out a calculator. Which is actually far lower than what Oprah sold her 25% stake for in 2017. In 2017, she sold a 25% stake for 70 million, which would have put a valuation of the company at 280 million. So Discovery and Own are plummeting. They're dropping in value, and Oprah is, I guess, making some moves. This doesn't mean Oprah's failing, right? By the way, this doesn't mean that Oprah is going to be on Skid Row and begging for Cheetos on the sidewalk. Oprah is going to be fine. She's worth billions of dollars. She's got lots of investments. She's probably well diversified. She's probably got her finger in a lot of different projects that we don't even know about. So I'm not worried about Oprah financially. This is not some indication that Oprah has failed miserably. But what it does say is that sometimes the things that glitter aren't gold. Some of the things that you think are easy wins are not going to be easy wins. And that even someone as popular as Oprah is not necessarily going to be successful in every situation. You've seen examples where maybe you take a basketball player, like when Scottie Pippen left the Chicago Bulls and played for the Houston Rockets. He couldn't recreate the magic he had with Michael Jordan or being in that situation. And so Oprah was, in terms of popularity, in a wonderful position when she was with that network. I guess it was ABC or whatever network was funding her because they were marketing her just right. She had the right time slot. They were putting her in front of the right audiences. And when you step away from that, the challenge is that you don't know how much of that magic you're carrying with you. And I remember Oprah understood this because Oprah was, basically nervous about this. Like Oprah wasn't sure if it was going to work out. And she's right. She saw a lot of risk that we did not see. And so it appears to me that this whole project, this whole Oprah Winfrey Network experiment did not work out the way a lot of us thought it would. And but again, I think she's going to be fine. She's probably doing something amazing with Tyler Perry. They're going to do great. And I'm going to read more to you. Hit the thumbs up button. Please hit the thumbs up button and the share, subscribe button if you haven't done it yet. The channel was co-founded by Discovery and the longtime talk show host in 2011 as a female-focused network trading off of Winfrey's huge popularity. It got off to a rough start, however, and initially rung up losses. Since then, it has focused more specifically on African-American women, including shows produced by comic actor and producer Tyler Perry. But let me tell you a little secret about Black people. Black people actually are a gold mine for these media companies. We talked earlier about the movie Soul and Disney and how Disney made the Black Panther. Why do you think all these networks love to make content for Black people? Well, because Black people love to sit in front of the TV. We just do. When Nielsen was basically telling companies how to make money from Black consumers, how to sell your products to Black consumers, they told them two things. And I need y'all to pay attention. Intelligent Black people will pay attention here. They told them, one, Black people love to watch TV. They love to. They don't really monitor how much time their kids spend in front of the TV. They will consume media all day long, and they're heavily influenced by it. The second thing that Nielsen wrote in their report to white companies seeking to get money from Black people to extract Black wealth is they said that Black people are heavily influenced by celebrities. That when you put a celebrity in front of your product, Black people will buy it because the celebrity told them to do it. And so, really, this might be factual. I'm sure that the data supports this, but also it really says that you have a sheep complex in your community. You have a sheep thing, and you see it in most of the elections when people put celebrities in front of you and tell you to go out and vote and get your booty to the poll, and they tell you to vote, and you say, well, why? And they say, well, just do what we tell you to do, and people do it because they feel like they're supposed to do what they're told. That really does speak into like a slave mentality. And so we were just like we saved the rest of America. And it goes back to Dr. Claude Anderson in Powernomics when he talks about meritorious manumission, how slaves were rewarded for saving white people. Back during slavery, the easiest way for a slave to be rewarded was saving white people. So for hundreds of years, you've bragged about how you saved white people. So with the Discovery Network, you can also brag about the fact that you saved Discovery. You saved the Oprah Winfrey Network. The Oprah Winfrey Network could not get off the ground because white women did not follow Oprah off of her first platform. The white women did not stick with Oprah and watch her shows the way they did when she was on ABC. But Black women, in particular, the same Black women who got Joe Biden into office, were the ones who supported the Oprah Winfrey Network when they were struggling financially. That's why she partnered with Tyler Perry and created all those shows, those Tyler Perry shows. I don't, the haves and the have-nots and stuff like that. I think one was Greenleaf, and name some of the other Tyler Perry things. I can't name them all. I don't even. I really like Tyler. I swear to God, I like this guy. And he was nice enough to give me a full tour of his studio. It wasn't he wasn't there. It was his number two in command. The guy took half a day off and gave me a private tour of the Tyler Perry studios. And let me just tell you, it was super impressive. The accomplishment was extraordinary. But again, I had to tell the truth and say that this was the empire Medea built, right? So I think that what it does is it creates this weird conflict for a black man to say, this is all awesome. And I love the fact that you're shining and you're stunting and you're sitting on $1 billion. Good for you. But you put on a dress to do it, right? And a lot of black men could get very rich right now if you were to put on a dress in order to get it done. And I think a lot of brothers don't want to do that, nor should your black men all be putting on dresses, right? But that doesn't mean that there can't be some black men who want to wear a dress. If you are wearing a dress right now, I don't hate you. I love you too, but I'm not one of you. So I'm going to have to go figure it out another way. So with that being said, though, Oprah partners with Tyler Perry. They go and they create these projects. These projects take off, and OWN survives for a while. But apparently, all was not as wonderful as we might have thought, because I was stunned. I don't know about you guys, but I was shocked that Oprah sold her last stake for 36 million. Shocked for two reasons. One, because I'm sitting there thinking, what would make her want to give up ownership and control of this network? That's very surprising for me, because OWN wasn't just, it wasn't just about making money from creating TV shows. Oprah does that all day. Oprah makes money all day. It was what it represented, right? The acronym, or the three letters OWN, like Oprah Winfrey Network, own. Like, I own this. Like, that's symbolic. That means more than just how much money you make. So the fact that she sold it was very surprising to me. And then the fact that she sold it for what appears to me to be pennies on the dollar is also something that kind of threw me off a little bit. I didn't expect, when I saw 36 million, I thought it was a typo. I kid you not. Oprah Winfrey is the kind of person who can make $36 million in a week. Oprah Winfrey is the kind of person who could spend $36 million and forgot that she spent it. So for Oprah to sell a flagship entity for 36 million, I never would have guessed it. If you told me she sold, I'd be like, okay, it's going to be 400 million, 500 million, a billion, something massive. 36 million makes me want to ask, what happened? What was going on? So yeah, so I see some of you have comments about it. I'm gonna say this. We know that Oprah's popularity in the black community has kind of taken a hit, particularly given what the shenanigans Gayle King was doing on CBS with the whole Kobe Bryant thing. I think that was a really bad look for her. I don't think that she's all bad, though. I think that she's tried to redeem herself in certain ways. But either way, though, like, Oprah will never be broke. So you can pray that she's going to be broke. But Oprah is very smart economically. The smartest celebrities economically that I can think of were Oprah Winfrey and Bill Cosby, actually, because those were two people where I remember hearing people tell me that those were two celebrities that did not even let you write a check out of their account without them personally signing the check. Like, you could write a check for $25, but if it's coming out of their account, they had to personally sign it, personally approve it. Now, I don't know if that was true or not, but that was what somebody told me. And they specifically pointed out Oprah Winfrey and Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby lost his money because it's hard to overcome the power of the Becky. The power of the Becky will come and get your money. You hang out with those, with those crazy women. Some of them will, some things will happen, right? And so I think with Bill Cosby, some of his demise obviously falls on his shoulders. But at the same time, he also lives in America, where a black man is guilty until proven innocent. And so I'm a person that believes that no matter what you think about Bill Cosby, I think you need to provide evidence before you send an old man to prison. That's what I believe with Cosby. And I don't believe that evidence was ever provided. But it doesn't mean I co-sign on everything Bill Cosby has said and done. I cannot do that in good conscience. So anyway, with that being said, I think Oprah Winfrey, I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next. I wouldn't be surprised if she does something, spectacular in the near future. I will also say this. I'm not sure. I haven't checked my Weight Watchers stock, but I know that when Weight Watchers took a major loss, and I heard that Oprah Winfrey, who's a major owner in Weight Watchers, was going to get personally involved in improving the company, I bought the stock because I knew that Oprah's involvement would improve the value of that company. And I kid you not, that stock shot up like a rocket after Oprah jumped in there and got busy. So Oprah ain't stupid. Oprah's not a loser. She might have just taken a loss in this particular situation. But I think Oprah's going to come back and do some other amazing things. So that's just what it is. And she's going to have a mixed legacy in the Black community for obvious reasons. But I don't think Oprah's all bad. So anyway, I'm going to go. If you want to get a free e-copy of my book, It Takes a Village to Raise the Bar, you can visit allblackeconomics.com. That's allblackeconomics.com. So feel free to go there. You can get a free copy of my book. Also, if you want to learn to buy your first share of stock, you can do so at firstshareofstock.com. So I told you guys, everybody should be a stock market investor. Oprah is a big investor. That's why Oprah's so wealthy. Oprah has made intelligent moves all throughout her life. That's why she's doing so well. And I want you and your family to do well. So learn how to invest. That's the only way to get ahead in a country that is now built on incredible amounts of inequality. And it's not just Black people, it's everybody. So if the inequality is going to exist, I want it to work in your favor. And as a person with a PhD in finance, I'd like to use my credentials and my experience to help you and your family get ahead. So the first training is free. It takes 12 minutes to go through it. You'll learn how to buy stock if you go to firstsharestock.com, and you'll get on the email list, and you'll get lots of free information from the Black Business School. So everybody go subscribe to firstsharestock.com. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'm out, guys. God bless you. Good luck to you, Oprah. And I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.